Travelling the furthest to join us today is Lyn Beazley, the West Australian Australian of the Year. Lyn is a former chief scientist in the West, a great champion of science, and when she received the award, I should say, it was pointed out by the MC on that occasion, has the best smile in the world, not just in the West. Lyn, it's great that you're here today. You're a great champion of science, and particularly for young Australians. How's that battle going for you in terms of turning people onto science? Because I must admit, I was more of an English history type guy. Science I struggled with. So how are we doing in 2014 getting kids activated into science?
I think every young person is curious about the world around them. And that means science and art put together the way it is in this wonderful museum and museums across the country and across the world. But you must have asked as a young person, what's the moon doing up there? Why is grass green? And we just have to make sure we keep that enthusiasm and that spirit alive so that every Australian, I think, has the chance of the best education, science being amongst that. And it's going to make us an even smarter country, and that means a better future for us economically, socially, environmentally, and importantly, culturally.
Lyn, your special object is quite beautiful, as are all the objects. Tell us about your crab brooch and is it an oyster shell?
It is indeed. Well, thank you for saying they're beautiful. I think they are too. I chose them because I'd spent a lot of my life studying how to protect the developing brain and to fix it up after injury. And in fact, I was fortunate enough to do research that actually helped ensure the health of one of my granddaughters when she was born prematurely, which was very special for me. But I could apply that information, that knowledge to help the pearling industry to design better pearls. So that's why the brooch is there. But the brooch is a crab, and the little tiny crab lives inside a pearl oyster, hence the pearl oyster shell. It's being carved by an Aboriginal man from the Kimberley, Bruce Wigan, and I wanted to acknowledge the art and science of the first Australians, so that's why that is there. The two creatures only work if they're together. So it's part of that sort of community in which we all live. It's understanding our environment better, whether it's the marine environment or terrestrial, to protect it. But it's also discovering so that we can protect our environment as we develop, for example, the resources sector for our oil and gas industry off the northwest shelf. So for me, science is part of the community. We want to be smarter even than we are now as Australians for a better future. I want to make sure that I do my bit, just my little bit, towards giving everyone, particularly young Australians, the best chance in life, and that includes it is a great education and science will be part of it. So that's why I chose the objects.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lyn Beazley.